Oh my gosh. This is so fun. What the heck? Always wanted. And the bolt locks back and everything. I was told that it might not run lower power ammunition. That was CCI suppressor. But what I did was I just wet the whole thing down. It's soaking wet. And it didn't have any problems. Sounded great too. Hey, thanks for tuning in to Twang and Bang. CMMG's on a roll right now, pumping out variants of their Guard series of rifles and pistols. As I've previously shown on video, the Guard's radial delayed blowback system makes it a fantastic host for a silencer because it keeps the action closed longer, sending more of the noise through the muzzle, where a silencer can do its job, and less of the noise out the ejection port right into your ear. This caught the attention of a silencer shop who was looking to partner with the manufacturer for a line of PDWs. The result is the new Banshee line, a series of firearms built to offer suppression optimized performance in a very small package. And to sweeten the partnership, CMMG threw in a line of silencers to match that are exclusively available at Silencer Shop. What I have here is the Banshee 22 factory SBR on loan from Silencer Shop, though CMMG will be sending me one of my very own once initial customer demand is met. It does not actually use the Guard radial blowback system, but it does use CMMG's long-proven 22 long rifle semi-auto action dropped into a PDW that has every feature you'd want straight from the factory, and a few you probably weren't thinking about. Sticking out from this stubby M-LOK handguard is a big surprise from CMMG. It's their first direct thread rimfire silencer called the DEFCAN DT22. At only 2.7 ounces, it weighs much less than the section of barrel it replaces, and though it's sold separately, it's of course a great match to the Banshee. The two together are two-stamp suppressed rimfire fun, and that's what's coming up next on Twang and Bang. The Banshee 22 is the rimfire variant of CMMG's new line of PDWs and pistols optimized for compact size and suppression. Its 4.5-inch barrel comes standard with a CAC slim flash can blast diverter, though Silencer Shop sent this loaner with the new DEFCAN DT22 silencer in its place. All Banshees are set up to be completely ambidextrous, from their safety selectors to their sling plates to their charging handles. At only 20 inches long with stock collapse and only 4.6 pounds empty, the Banshee 22 is a true featherweight and possibly the shortest and lightest factory rimfire PDW available on the market today. That's partly why the 2.7 ounce design of the DEFCAN DD22 was chosen by CMMG as their introductory rimfire silencer. At 5 inches long and 1 inch in diameter, the DT22 was rated for up to 22 Magnum as well as 17 HMR and is backed by a lifetime guarantee. All Banshee SBRs come with CMMG's new ripstock, which sits on their proprietary fastback receiver extension. Every position is ramped in the front to allow rapid deployment of the ripstock with threaded holes that accept what CMMG calls the personal position preset screw. Just put the P3 screw in your choice of 5 positions and the ripstop will stop there with nothing but a quick yank. SBRs also come with a Magpul MVG foregrip on the stubby M-LOK handguard, which includes an integrated finger stop to help keep your hand from slipping onto a hot silencer. The titanium Cerakote seen here is one of 11 colors standard across the Banshee line, an option that ordinarily costs $150 on other CMMG ARs. Whatever color you choose is applied not only to the receivers and handguard, but also to the comb of the ripstock for a really nice two-tone look. The Banshee 22 is pretty much a standard receiver set with only a slight modification, and that's the port cover. Instead of it being a standard port cover, you've got this shortened port cover and integrated shell deflector. Other than that, it's a standard upper receiver, a standard lower receiver. In fact, when you take the two apart, you end up with a standard lower receiver. This will actually work with any upper receiver, which is super handy because you have just spent the money to register this as an SBR. You're going to be able to slap any center fire SBR upper on this and go. In fact, that's why CMMG installs a carbine buffer weight and spring inside of their fastback receiver extension, even though the rimfire variant doesn't use this at all. Instead, the rimfire variant has a very different system. The entire action is contained in what would be the bolt carrier group for a standard 5.56 AR. This polymer insert here is what allows the forward assist to work. And right there, that's the action. That's how it works. It's got a guide rod and recoil spring here, and that's the only part that moves. This stays still inside the upper receiver. A big way it varies from the conversion kits that they sell for 5.56 ARs is that instead of this feeding into the chamber of a 5.56 barrel, it plugs into a barrel that extends into the upper receiver. Let me see if I can get the two of these mated. You can see just like that. So that makes this dedicated system better and more reliable than the conversion kits that some of you might already have experience with. The TWANGnBANG is sold separately. It's obviously chosen to mate well with the Banshee, but it certainly can be used on any rimfire up to 22 Magnum and 17 HMR. The muzzle end cap has nice knurling, but it doesn't come apart from there. It only comes apart at the front end cap. You get a tool to be able to take the front cap off, and then from there, let's see. Oh, this is all crudded up from not just me, but a couple media guys running this. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the baffles out, but I'll try. Well, after a lot of work, I was able to just get that one baffle out. But it shows you there's a series of notches and pegs for them to stick together and orient in a particular way. I'll roll in pictures of the baffles the way it should be. This was shot a whole lot before I got it. And this is going to need a soaking before anybody's going to be able to get this out. This is going back to silencer shop, and I'm going to let them deal with it. This is CCI standard velocity, which is my favorite rimfire ammunition because it's basically match grade out to about 30-40 yards, and it's subsonic out of a 16-inch barrel. It's definitely going to be subsonic out of this. A little more behind it than the CCI suppressor. No problems. Ate it like a champ. Oh, it's like a rimfire hose. It's so awesome. This is Federal Champion. It might be supersonic out of this, I'm not sure. Not really, no. But it is louder. Oh, that ran really well. I wish I had a lot more of that. I didn't have a lot to bring with me today. That's a 9mm, a whole bay over, just for sound comparison. Ow, you dummy. Silencers get hot. I'm really liking that charging handle. This is CCI Mini Mag. It's probably going to be supersonic, but we'll see. No. Oh my gosh, it ran Mini Mag. Sounded great. I could definitely hear more of a crack coming off of the berm, but here I've got nothing in, and I've got bad tinnitus, so any kind of sharp noises bugs me, even if it's quote unquote hearing safe. I had no problems running that with no ear pro whatsoever. That's sweet. Some more standard velocity. Wow, it's got a standard trigger in it, and but it feels really nice. I've definitely had way worse mil-spec triggers than that. I wonder. I got to look at the specs again because that feels pretty nice. Some more Mini Mag. Yeah, it's supersonic, but the suppression right here at the shooter is really good. I could definitely hear a crack off of the berm, but it's not bothersome at all. Definitely not going to be something that's backyard quiet, but I'm really impressed with the suppression of that. And it certainly cycles everything from the CCI suppressor, lightweight stuff, to the mini mags and everything in between, I haven't had a single malfunction today at all, not one. And usually you're gonna have one even if it's just magazine related, but I haven't had any problems so far. I'm gonna try to get this dirty with some of the CCI mini mag, see if it will still run the suppressor. Oop, first malfunction. That wasn't a malfunction. That's the end of the mag. I haven't touched it with lube since I started. I just had that first malfunction with the CCI mini mag. Got a little gas in my eye, but it's still running just like a champ. I'm not sure what happened with that mini mag, but no problems running the suppressor, even with it really dirty. This thing's like a baby gun. It's so small, but at a pull of the ripstock, you can get it to the length of pull that you preset. I have this so it can go all the way out because that's my preference, but the receiver extension is actually drilled and tapped in here for you to set a stock stop so that it can stop at whatever position that you want it to. You don't have to settle for it all the way out. It's not going to collapse without you pushing the button. And yes, as long as you pull it, it's going to go all the way back to whatever that stop is, but that's easy enough for you to set up to be exactly what you want it to be. All the Banshees come standard with CMMG's new ambidextrous charging handle. I'm a huge fan of ambidextrous charging handles. I have them on all of my ARs, and now you can get them not only standard on the Banshee, but for every single one of CMMG's AR variants. Not all of them take a standard AR-15 size or even AR-10 size charging handle. If you're familiar with other large lever ambidextrous charging handles, you're going to be familiar with how this works. The levers are just shaped differently than the others that are on the market right now. The other thing that you might notice is they're actually pretty long. That might bother some people, but I haven't had it get in the way for myself. Now I'm going to shoot some steel. This is standard velocity. I got this all lubed up again. I got these on partly because this is going to be super loud, the sound of the bullets hitting the steel, and I've got guys shooting rifles behind me, and I don't want to get caught with no ear pro when a 308 goes off about 20 feet from me. Got it. I'll try that again. That was actually pretty cool. All right, I'm gonna get this one down. On. I know what we're gonna do. I got a mag of mini mags. Got it. Got one more mag. Standard velocity again. Oh my gosh. I probably could play a song with that. Oh, this is so much fun. You can do this all day with rimfire, and it's running my favorite ammo just fine. CCI standard velocity. Now you can get it, and you can get it for around 5 cents a round, and it's subsonic out of this, keeps it running. This is a really nice package. The Banshee and the DEFCAN DT22 together. Great combo. In addition to this 22, the Banshee line includes 5-inch 9mm and 45 ACP PDWs with the guard's radial delay blowback action, as well as an 8-inch 300 blackout direct impingement PDW. All variants are available as either a factory SBR with CMMG's new ripstock or as a pistol for those of you who can't or don't want to go through the approval process and extra expense of an SBR. You aren't going to give up much going that route because they all come standard with the excellent tailhook Mod 2 brace. All centerfire variants of the Banshee retail for $14.50, and the Banshee 22 variants retail for $11.50. The SBRs and the Def Cans are all available through Silencer Shop and their dealer network across the country with street prices that are discounted from MSRP. And as always, they will make the ATF approval and transfer process super easy for you. I've got more details in my full written review at TWANGnBANG.net. You'll find a direct link in the video description below. Be sure to sign up for my email list at TWANGnBANG.net/sign up. No matter what happens to gun channels on social media platforms, you will always be able to keep up with what I'm doing if you sign up for the email list. I really appreciate you watching Twang and Bang, and I hope to see you next time.